Good morning, Jack.
Sammy,
Hey, I've been doing some knowledge gardening.
really?
I have. Part of my check-in, I thought I'd show you. So let me share a screen. Can you see you're on a laptop, right?
I am, and I love the background you've got.
Yeah. It's a piece of art that one of my Facebook friends created. I'm using without her permission. I'll have to double check that. Just for the record, her name is Karma Moffat. So that's
Karma
attribution.
Moffat.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So let me share my screen here. What am I sharing here? I'm sharing advanced. I'm going to share my. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I still have to learn how to do these video feeds properly. Okay, all right. All right, let me see what happens here. I might have to switch screens. So here's my screen at 00. So yeah, still sharing the wrong screen. Anyway, let me just move things around a little bit and bring the right screen over. Okay, now can you see the brain?
Um, I see a
It's
zillion images.
Oh, really? You don't actually see the brain? Here, let me see that. Uh,
I
now do
see
you
a
see the
brain.
brain?
There's the brain. All right.
Oh, interesting. Because my Zoom video controls are on my second screen, but the brain now is on the first screen, and
That's
I
special.
thought it did the wrong thing. Okay. All right. So anyway, this is a abandoned brain that I started probably, I don't know, 10 years ago. And I just recently decided to start using the brain again because I've bumped up against certain limitations that I've been slightly irritated with in Workflowy. Even though Workflowy is a great outlining system, it's the best outlining system since 1993 that I've seen. But so I decided to look at things in a more 2D way, which the brain does. So under Collaborology, are these fonts readable? Like you can see systems thinking, art artifacts, etc.
Well, only marginally.
Let me see if I
Let
can
me
increase the
let me
font.
let me let me blow up my screen a bit.
Okay, I made the
There you
font slightly bigger.
go. All right. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So you're following in Jerry's footsteps here.
Oh yeah, Jerry tried to get me to use the brain way back in like 2008. No,
And
wait,
you're using
no,
it the same way he does.
1997. Well,
Your patterns are like just like his.
it's a little bit. I've studied his brains a lot. When I click on his brains mostly link things together. And what I'm trying to do, I will try to do, I'm not saying it's there now, is I'm actually going to try and put more content in each of these nodes.
Mm.
Like for example,
That's the game.
yeah. So let me expand this section slightly so you can see. Yeah, see, this goes back to 2020. Jerry and Sam one-on-one. So I had a one-on-one with Jerry on May 18th of 2020. And so I showed him in a screen share. And so we talked about OGM, Global Sim, Mentor, et cetera, et cetera. And I believe that was slightly before he started OGM. That might have been around that time.
Yeah.
So here's Community of Impact. And so I link to the Community of Impact Principles and Practice documents. So there it is. You can see all the commentary I've gotten on it. And we close this up here. Come on. Go back here and let me see if I put anything in mentor. Okay, so mentor is an idea that can maximize the learning or ingestion of knowledge, which is ideas, documents, plans, theories, books, domains, etc., specific to the individual learner, personalizes the learning experience to the learner, sequences what the learner experiences, presents in a way that maximizes the understanding by the learner, tailors the presentation of material in a way that is most effective for the learner by understanding the learner's current mental model and what the learner already understands. This should be indented, so this should go there.
So that's a tall order, understanding what the learner doesn't.
Exactly. See, this is why I've always said when you have a knowledge base, that's one level of complexity. When you have a student, that's a mental model you want to understand, and how you actually take this knowledge base and make it understandable to the student is a more complex set of knowledge than just the knowledge itself.
Okay, so now you're talking about Gordon Past's conversation theory.
Could be, yes. So I'd have to link that somewhere in here, right?
Yeah,
Now, of
you
course,
definitely must.
yes. Okay, so we have to understand then it is independent of the knowledge being conveyed to the learner, but relies upon the understanding to be most effective, right? So it's got to have a knowledge of the knowledge itself and the knowledge of the student, and then knowledge about how to convey knowledge to such student. That's mentor.
Well, and
Okay.
that's conversation theory. That is
Okay. Very good.
Gordon Pass talks about teaching quantum physics to a 3-year-old.
Yes.
It's a tall order.
I don't think it's possible. Not to a
Well,
3-year-old.
you you you're not going to teach quantum physics the way you and I know it, but you are going to give them some ideas. And
Maybe.
by the time they're in middle school, you can go all out.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's mentor, for example. I don't know how much content I have in this because I haven't touched it in years. So here's one on co-visioning. I haven't got anything there. Here's one on Dictopedia. I'm just going to put in something like that, right? Just one of the things I
Yep.
say
Yep.
about Dictopedia. And then here's meaning. The meaning of something to someone is the change to that someone's life. Their thinking, their feeling, their actions, their decisions, their environment, etc. The meaning of something in a more abstract sense, not specific to a someone, is the totality of its impact on everything else. So that's how I define meaning.
So you've made a set of ontological commitments.
Mhm. That's what you do when you define. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So let's see. What did I say about impact? The meaning of something. Okay. So this is linked to meaning. So therefore, it has this unlinked dimensions. So it mentions meaning in this impact node. That's something the brain does kind of conveniently. What is influence? Nothing other influence. Actions, artifacts. So anyway, it needs to be more fleshed out. So this is a brain that I'm resurrecting from at least 5 years ago. But let me also show you I've got another one here that I'm calling the decline of empire. And the decline of empire, I'm linking to the sad state of the world today. So I've got things like Trump, the Epstein network and files. So if I click on this, it shows you that I've started linking a few people who've been mentioned in them, and then I have these things called information sources. So here's a bunch of things like blood rituals, Department of Justice, the Epstein Associates and Enablers. So if you look at that, here's a bunch of them, and I'm starting to gather them. And here's a graphic that I got from one of the sources. So Bill Burns, Ehud Barak, Gordon Brown, Harvey Weinstein, Howard Lutnick, Irina Shuliak. That's his latest girlfriend, by the way. Got a lot of money, hundreds of millions of dollars from him in his will. Staley, I never heard of this guy. Jamie Dimon, I don't know much about him. Larry Summers, Les Wexner. This is the guy that basically sold Epstein his fancy, biggest house in New York for a single dollar. He's a billionaire that sold his mansion in New York to Epstein for a single dollar. Now, what would
In
compel someone to
exchange,
do that?
yeah, it sounds to me like he got a dozen 12-year-olds.
Probably more.
Yeah.
Peter Mandelson, in the UK, who's under indictment or prosecution or at least investigation now. Peter Thiel, Steve Bannon,
Notice that,
Dornbjerg.
that all of the people in Europe are under investigation, but none in the US.
Yeah, that incriminates the U.S. We are thoroughly, thoroughly, corrupted, and we have criminals at every level.
That's correct. That's
Yeah,
how I see it.
absolutely. Although there's a few people, brave voices, who are starting to fight back, and just for the record, I don't think any of them are suicidal right now. Oh no, by the way, JFK assassination is mentioned as well. So I've got this link to this is a very fascinating video, by the way. It's truly mind-blowing. People are speaking with certainty, knowing what exactly happened with that assassination.
Oh,
And
sure,
this
of
video, by
course
the
they
way,
are.
I don't know if you've ever actually heard the theory. This video claims with high confidence that it was the driver who shot JFK, not Lee Harvey Oswald, or
Yeah, well, I don't buy that.
well, he says that the video that was shown was doctored. Anyway,
Yeah, well, that's the video that was shown was doctored, except that there were several videos that all show the same message.
yeah, okay.
So, and the doctor's preliminary report was that it was an exit wound on his throat,
Hmm.
not on the
Interesting.
back of his neck.
Interesting.
So
Kayla,
I don't
how goes? All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm not buying that stuff.
Well, there are a bunch of conspiracy theories that I said, and a year ago, if you'd mentioned it to me, I would have just laughed at you and said, yeah, show me, right? But now with so much coming out that things that we used to believe were conspiracy theories are now quite plausible. By the way, Kayla, I'm showing a brain where I'm starting to put together bits and pieces of what I'm coming across with regard to the sad state of the affairs of the entire world here. I'm calling it the
Ooh,
decline of empire. So this first home node called the decline of empire, I'm linking it to things that might be able to pull us out of it. Religion is not one of them. It's one of the things. By this, I really mean we have to eradicate the bad effects of religion. Collaborology, historical precedent, science, mathematics, but then we talk about what is really dragging down empire. So Donald Trump phenomena, Epstein network and files. Can you see the screen, by the way?
I can. I'm on my phone and I'm driving.
That's what I was thinking. If you're on your phone, this is not going to come across well. So I'm looking at
Well,
two
I can.
families, organizations.
It's a world map with a bunch of lines and
Yeah.
stuff, right?
The map is
Yeah.
just a background, but it's the brain. I'm using the brain. I'm trying to revisit the brain. This will be my third attempt, third real foray back into the brain to really see if I can make use of it. I tried
Oh,
in 1997 or 98. I think that might have been the very first time. And then tried again around 2005,
Mm,
2020. I forget exactly what year. Maybe probably 2020, sometime in the teens also. So it might be actually the fourth attempt. So I'm trying to do it because I'm running up against limitations of workflowy. I think I've now encountered the boundaries of what I can do with just a pure background. I'm sorry, pure outline. And so I'm trying to look at things in a more two-dimensional way with the brain. And whereas workflowy is just more linear slash partially ordered outline. Okay,
got it.
so I got things like evangelical Christianity here, and they're working to put the world into the end times, which is why they're starting all these wars and creating all these things that are going to kill people. Oh, by the way, I ran across this thing which I haven't linked in here yet. So I'm going to look at macro phenomena here, and I'm going to actually link it right now as I think of it. So I'm going to call it Agenda 2030. I just ran across this past week. And Agenda 2030 is trying to take the population down to 800 million by the year 2030. So you'll notice that right around somewhere between 7.8 and 8 billion is where we are today. So they're really looking at a 90% reduction in the human population by 2030, which means that they're actively working on ways to kill people.
Mm.
It is really evil. It is really insidious. Now, you can make the argument that the world only supports a limited maximum population, right? But
Right.
to actually work on ways to eradicate people and refer to them as, God, what was that term? It was so callous. Something like they refer to them as overeaters.
Locusts.
Overeaters. That's how they refer to the quote unquote unnecessary 90% of human population. They're overeaters.
Whoa. Uh-oh.
Let me see. So I've linked to these information sources, which I'm finding fascinating. One of the most fascinating guys that I've come across is this guy named Professor Zhang. Have you guys read across Professor Zhang?
Carl
He's one
Jung?
of the, no, he graduated from Yale and went to Beijing, taught school there. Also, was born in Beijing. And now I believe he's in either Toronto or Ottawa. And he's releasing a whole series of lectures on his take on history and secret societies and evil and the downfall of civilization. It's really fascinating. If I just click on one of these, the audio probably is not going to come across. So secret societies are behind the war in the Middle East. They want to bring about the apocalypse and the Antichrist. And here he is on Piers Morgan explaining that. Okay. So I'm trying to piece together my own little knowledge repository, and I'm trying to use the brain right now in order to do it. Panama Papers, Prophecy Club. Yeah, that was really interesting too. This one was really, really dense, full of information. This is this guy named Bill Schnoebelen. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. He was talking about the Masonic secret societies and about what they're trying to work towards. This was an error. I don't know how to delete dozens of nodes that were created in duplicate. Okay, let's see. What did I have about Alina Haba? Probably not much. Oh, here's Prince Andrew. Virginia Giuffre. I got to put her book content in here. But people, I've started working on people. It's pretty extensive. Let's see, what else do I have? What else do I have on anybody interesting? Ooh, Lindsey Graham is one of the worst. If you listen to this guy, Sasha Riley, Lindsey Graham is one of the most violent rapists and cruelest people out there, along with Donald Trump and this guy from Arizona. What's his name? Um, I don't know. I forgot. Anyway, I wanted to show Jack that I try to start going back to a throat is malfunctioning right now. to try and put together a lot of these pieces. There's just so much information right now that's being shared, and I can't keep track of it all. And so the bits and pieces that I'm collecting are helping me understand what's going on here. Let's see. Let's go back to the home node and see what else I might have had. I'm probably collecting a lot more on religion and evangelical Christianity and Judaism and Mormonism. Oh, it turns out Mormonism. How many of you guys actually knew that Joseph Smith was an ex-Mason? So he kind of got all the Masonic secrets and then created Mormonism. I just
I
found that out this
I
past week.
actually didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until this week.
didn't know that, and I was a Mormon.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Well, how many levels did you reach? Well, no,
Oh
sorry,
God,
sorry,
I didn't
sorry.
even.
Women don't go very high.
Well, plus, I couldn't stay in that religion. Too much, um, too much time. Like, did you know that like Mormon, it's like a 4 hour church is 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not down with that, dude.
I'm adding a Kayla node in here. And a Kayla says,
Why? Which side? The downfall side?
I'm just saying, adding a note here where it says, Kayla says Mormon church lasts 4 hours. See, so I can actually, add to the knowledge base as I'm taking notes and hearing things. See? And then see, I can put this note underneath Mormonism here as well. See? So now it's linked here under Mormonism.
Oh my God. Excuse me.
So you can, see me visually organize whatever I'm hearing in real time. Anyway, Jack, I just thought I'd show you a little bit. I know that you prefer that I use topic quests, but
No, I
I'm
don't. I
so
didn't say that.
well. I'm
I salute.
surmising.
I I salute all of this, especially given that we now know that we can export your entire database
Mhm.
to adjacent files, and now they can be transferred to anything.
Oh, okay, good. So you verified that the brain can export something you can understand?
Oh, you didn't know about that?
No, I've not looked into exporting brains. I have a backup.
Okay,
I know how to can make a
so
local backup.
so there was a group called Free Jerry's Brain,
Ah, okay.
and I told Jerry keep it down to 4 or 5 people, and so he got Pete and Marc Antoine and a fellow from Bentley Davis from Texas, and me, and I don't remember. I think that was it. And Pete discovered a way to export a brain to JSON. Marc Antoine created a database for it, and Bentley created a new GUI called Brainy McBrainface, and it's on GitHub.
Okay. You can hear me typing what I'm hearing now in real time, right?
Yep. The point is that it it's Brainy McBrainface is a read only. You can't use it like the brain,
Mhm.
but it's a way to explore the brain. So what happened then is when we did that, Mark Trexler, the climate guy,
I know the guy, yeah.
he went gonzo and downloaded his brain using our tools and created a shitload of apps that you can
And
use.
here's
to study his climate web.
Why was his climate web not investigable by itself?
Well, because it was too huge.
Yeah, I'm finding, by the way, you notice that before when I tried to use the brain, I tried to put everything in one brain. And to me, that it just confused myself.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
And so even in topic maps, you don't have a single topic map. You have a topic map application.
Hmm.
This one is for people. This one is for
Right. Right.
cancer. This one is for whatever.
Right.
But they can share topics, which means they're federated.
Yeah. So you can actually link from one of these. Interesting
Bingo.
that you mentioned that, but because I got this one brain here called health. Okay. So I was just working on my warm ups and stretches. So if I go to the main node here, I've got my daily routine, my doctor, my medicines, my nutrition, my stretches and exercises, and the way the week is normally structured. So that's my health brain. Then I've got my history and versus, whatever. So I just ran across this Christopher Hutchins, um, very,
Hitchens.
very nice Hitchens. Sorry. Little nice little excerpt about why he's atheist and why he's very puzzled that anybody would be anything else. So if I go to the home node, you see I've got organized as evolution, geography, mathematics, religion, science, spiritualism. And then I've got another one called my new life, what I'm going to be doing when I travel from place to place to place. So this is a possibility. I found this place. It's only $39,000. And it's this reconstruction opportunity. And it's this house that overlooks one of the Norwegian fjords. See, $38,500. And I've got this link to it. And if I click on that link, let me see. Can I show you? Yeah, here we go. Oh, sorry. It's not the actual house itself. It's people to list that house. So anyway, it's one of these. I would have to find it. So anyway, I'll have to fix that a little bit later. So if I go to
It's
my
an
home,
actual home or it's a bunch of homes.
it's one home that's split into two units, but it requires a little bit of renovation.
Well, what makes you think you're going to get in?
What do you mean? No, these are possibilities. I would have to go and
I mean,
did
you do know that in Italy they'll sell you a whole house for $2.
well some of them, yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
they'll
then what
need to.
happens is you spend 300K fixing it.
Well, I know that the energy requirements are quite high in Italy. I've looked into that, whether it's D, E, F, G, all those kind of different ratings. So getting it to a certain level would take a little bit of money, yes. So you have to add that into into the cost of the thing.
Yeah.
But if you start at 39K, or in Italy, if you start at like 20K, and renovations cost another 20 or 30, that's still a pretty attractive deal. And then the same thing applies in Japan. Japan has places, slightly a bit more, probably more like 80 to 200K, but they're really nice options as well. And you know what I like about Japan? I don't think there's any desert in Japan. It's
No,
all beautiful.
Japan is like a paradise,
Yeah, it is.
except
And
when there's
beautiful.
earthquakes.
Well, that's the only thing. It's on the Ring of Fire.
Yep.
But they've survived for thousands of years. Anyway, yeah, so I'm starting to put some of
But
those possibilities.
In Japan, you've got Yuzuru, and in Norway you've got
Dino
um,
and
Dino.
Froda,
And well, Frodo's Norwegian, but he's in England.
but he has a place in Norway that he visits pretty frequently.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
And by
So
the
I'm putting,
way, today is cut short again. Yesterday was a misfire.
oh, so I got pushed into today?
Um, yeah, I actually scheduled for Saturday, and they told me no, it's supposed to be Sunday, so it
Oh,
is Sunday.
Anyway, I just thought I'd show you that I'm starting to do a little bit of
Well, no,
AKR slash knowledge learning business.
I'm very pleased that you're doing this. Um, you do know that I downloaded the Brain when it was an app
Hmm.
desktop for
Hmm.
free,
Hmm.
in the aughts, somewhere around 2005, 2004, somewhere in there.
Hmm. Hmm.
And whenever it first came out, and fell in love with it until I didn't.
Hmm. I had the same experience. I decided that I would drop it when it decided it wasn't going to be a collaboration platform.
Well, that's the huge issue, is that
Yes.
it's a personal knowledge system, but it it doesn't scale.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm
Kayla?
trying to use it to make sense out of myself. Yeah, Kayla was saying something to somebody.
Oh no, I was talking to the dogs.
Okay. Anyway, Jack, on the idea of one brain per topic, here's my Collaborology. I showed you this before. I'm kind of showing
Yeah,
Kayla now.
and
Yeah.
that's exactly correct.
Hmm.
That's how you, and in topic mapping you have a topic map application,
Hmm.
which has its own specifications, its own
Hmm.
um its own way of knowing.
Yeah. So I was saying, Kayla, this is a brain I resurrected because I haven't even touched it for over 5 years, but now I'm going to try again. So like under Collaborology, I collected these things called learning modes, and I'm still surprised at what I did because this is something I did years ago. So, like regular practice, learn by doing, watching videos, stumbling upon, remember when someone said something, commissioned research, read an article, listen to audios, teach a classroom. So, these are all different learning modes that I was kind of interested in collecting information about. So, it's not just, one or two. Let's see. Here's my 9 artifacts to jumpstart a collaboration. This is
Okay,
one of,
kids, I've got to run.
all right, Jack,
Hi, Jack.
see you
Yep.
later.
Ta-ta.
Hopefully next week. Bye bye
Yes.
for now. Okay. All right, Kayla. Anyway, so you caught me in the middle of trying to show Jack what I was resurrecting this week.
Fun times.
Well, it's actually helping me make sense out of things because I encounter so many things and then I lose them or I put them in my workflowy outline and then I can't see them in relation to other things.
Mm,
So this actually lets me see things in relation to other things a little bit more clearly and completely. It's still not perfect, but it's a little bit more than workflowy gives me.
got it.
Yeah. Here's a little thing I found from a guy named Joseph Spencer. He's an ex-CIA guy who says that there really are men in black. That's a really interesting interview. Really fascinating. And he said he kept the secret his whole life. He actually did this interview on his deathbed. Let's see. Here he is. In fact, why is this not linked to him? So let me link this interview into Joseph Spencer. There you go. Now it's a lot easier. Well, no, that was the same link. Anyway, I'm still trying to get good with how to use this thing. So I'm still not really. Oh, there it is. It finally showed up. Yeah, so he said he was recruited because CIA liked him because he had no family, no social life. So they could actually erase him from all records very easily. Just that's the way the CIA operates. He said he witnessed in August 1971 uh, investigation of a UFO crash. He mentioned that 8 million children go missing every year. And he gives some claims about where these children are going.
Oh,
And
really?
this, yeah, really.
Where are they going?
He says there's over 170 underground villages and towns where they're taking abductees. It's crazy stuff, you know. A year ago, I would just laugh me off if I said that. Now I'm not laughing anything off. Here's an interview with one of the children who was raped by, let's see, who was it? I think it was either Epstein or Trump. And this is when she was very young, of course, abducted by Epstein. Let's see. Let me just look for my victims node. So I have a node called victims, and I have victims of DJT, victims of Harvey Weinstein, victims of Jeffrey Epstein, so victims of Donald Trump, Ivana, Katie Foster, Sasha Riley, Virginia Giuffre. I'm still building this out. So now, let's say if you were interested, and I give you access to a brain like this, then you could actually then look into all of this and link and play all these videos that I've linked into here. These are DJT minions. These are people who defend DJT. Elon Musk is in there, Rudy Giuliani. You can see I'm very early. I just started this past week trying to make sense out of things and put them into a brain. Anyway, I won't spend all this time on that, but I thought I'd just give Jack and you a glimpse of what I'm doing with some of these notes.
Cool.
Probably spend too much time doing it. That's why I was in the mood that you found me in yesterday. So what's happened for you in the last 23 hours, 32
Well,
hours?
I've managed to eat, what is it? Fast food.
Oh yeah, you
Um,
got that McDonald's with Maxwell, right?
yeah, and chicken wings.
Ah.
And so I'm bloated. So I managed to be totally bloated. And I've got a doctor's appointment on Monday because she's gonna refill my Manjaro, and I asked if I can get like a higher dosage. And so I hope the doctor doesn't lecture me because, yeah.
I actually like it when my doctor lectures me. She really cares
I
and she
don't
gives
like
me a
it.
hard time.
I honestly, I don't like it when they lecture me because, I'm trying, and it's really, really frustrating. It's really frustrating because, again, I used to be a very healthy person, and ever since I had kids, it's been really difficult to maintain that routine. Even like 17 years later, it's hard. It's not easy. Um, and then you throw in a bad marriage and a dead father and a demanding job. And one can say that those are excuses, but for me, they're challenges. They're like straight up challenges. So when I get lectured on that, I just want to like tell them, it's not the right approach for a person like me. So I would love to get into mental health first instead of like diet and lifestyle. Like I feel like I need to align my mentality with my body first. I need to have like a mental state, like a healthier state of mind. And then once I have a healthier state of mind, I feel like my body will align. And I know a lot of people are more like your body will align. Well, when you align your body, you'll have a better, healthier state of mind. But I beg to differ.
Well, you know what works for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I only mentioned it because I like that my doctor cares enough about me that she gently, scolds me when I don't hold to the program.
I don't think my doctor cares about me.
That's too bad. So you think that his lecturing is like just
Her.
performant? Oh,
Her,
her.
yeah. Well, for one, when I told her my dad died, she looked like she didn't give a shit. And two, she's always forgetting. So that to me is like, and she's young too. So I know she has got a lot of patience, but if you truly care about each patient, like, then you probably will remember at least, or be a little sympathetic to the fact that one of the people in this person's lives that has been there from the very beginning is now gone, and have a little bit, or at least show some empathy. And
Not
so
just
after,
people, a father.
yeah, exactly. That was my point. So that's why I don't think that my doctor gives a shit about me.
Can I tell you one more thing my doctor said?
Yeah, of course.
I told her in my last visit, which was like November or October, that I had 100% committed to moving overseas. And she says, "Oh no, we're gonna miss you." And then she actually went out and grabbed another nurse. And she says that that nurse, you know, they talk and they say, what patients they like, what patients they don't like. And they said that, they always look forward to my visits because they always said that I was friendly and, took their advice and did what they said. So she got this other nurse, and they said, we're gonna miss you. You don't come back." And so they actually made me commit that before I leave the country, I would come back one last time. I
Oh,
thought
that's nice.
that's not that was not expected.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry. I could go and talk.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to my iPods aren't pairing for whatever reason, and it's frustrating because I want to multitask. I can't multitask if they're not pairing.
My audio coming through okay though?
Yeah.
Interesting. I am downstairs right now, so maybe when my battery gets fresh, it's a lot better.
Well,
Yeah.
now it's not good.
Okay. Okay. I just got my coffee. I will be up in about 20 seconds, maybe a little bit longer. I had to pour my cream. I like the heavy cream. I don't like
Yes, me
half and
too.
half. I like pouring the heavy cream in there. Yeah, that's really nice. And of course, I get it from Costco. Okay, I'm back upstairs. My audio hopefully is better now.
Yeah, it is. And I think I just finally think I
Okay, so I of course have one question for you.
uh-huh.
How'd the kids do?
Um, I don't know. I can't tell. They said they're just in their preliminary rounds right now, but they said that their robot kind of broke down in between.
Oh, okay.
So, and they said they did a lot of defense today, which I interpreted as, oh, good. Hold on. It's connecting. Yay. Hold
Testing,
on.
testing, 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 testing. And testing, testing, testing some more.
No, let's see. Connecting.
Not pairing.
Yay. Skip.
Okay.
Oh, I see. That's why it wasn't connecting, is because it's not charged. Duh.
That would be a problem.
Oh well. Because I'm gonna
By
have
the
to
way,
take
do you
the
have
phone.
one set of AirPods or two?
One, because I used to have multiple sets and then I give it to my kids because they either lost it or I don't know. And so now I'm back to one.
Mhm. On Facebook Marketplace, I found a guy who was selling two of these Bose over-the-ear headphones, the QC45s. And I've
Uh-huh.
always been envious of people who had these Bose headphones, So I eventually myself, years ago, got myself a 25 and then eventually upgraded to a 35. And then now I found this guy probably about a year and a half ago, who was selling two QC45s, and I picked them up at a really good price. I'm surprised that he sold them that low. So I've always got one set charging and one set on my head. So I could
Nice.
always stay, yeah. So I find that every day I just switch out the headphones and they seem to last about a day. I'm on like 4 or 5 Zoom sessions a day, just about. I'm really
Dang.
using them a lot. Plus, if I'm not, I'm listening to interviews, videos, music, so I'm a very audible, oral oriented kind of guy.
I'm just gonna keep saying this. Like you just instead of listening, you got to start talking now. You got to start putting
I
your content
I
out there.
did my homework. I got a TikTok account.
Wow. It only took you 3 weeks.
Well, let's see. I gave myself a username. It turned out Collaborologist was available. Nobody else had called themselves Collaborologist.
Wow.
But I haven't posted anything yet. So I don't know if you can actually see a profile that says Collaborologist.
What does it have? What's the picture?
It took my Google picture, which is just a 3-part yin yang symbol.
Okay, cool.
Did you find it?
Nice, nice. I'm not looking right now.
Okay, so let me log in and see. I'm going to log in and verify that I did it right. Yeah, it let me log in. And I've got my 3-part yin yang yang symbol. Yeah, adapted the yin yang to be 3 parts. So it's instead of just I and the universe, I made it I, we, and the universe.
Okay, okay.
Anyway,
Nice, nice.
you know what's funny? After I did that,
What?
I started seeing 3-way, not yin yang symbols, but 3-way like angular. It's much more angular, much more I don't know what to call it, but I found out that this triskelion 3-way symbol was a symbol used by the BDSM societies, BDSM community, which is completely unintentional. You know what
Interesting.
BDSM is?
No.
There are people who are into bondage and domination and submission and
Sure, sure. It was coincidental.
all right, all right.
We know you're a pervert.
Uh, I am a pervert, okay, but that part was coincidental. Okay.
Oh my God. Can I tell you something about the kids last night? It was so cute.
Okay.
They um well, first of all, there's this like bowl of water, this random bowl of water that was like on the table. And I didn't want to toss it off because I don't know if it was a special bowl of water, you know what I mean? If they put like some chemical in there and it's special. And so this morning I asked one of the kids, I was like, is there something special about this bowl of water? And they were like laughing. They said, no, we were going to put so and so's hand in it because he fell asleep. And
Ay,
so,
ay,
anyway,
ay.
I happen to like, I'm very finely attuned to the dogs. And I heard something and it sounded like the dog was trying to go to the backyard. And anyways, as soon as I got one of the kids was knocked out. He was just like knocked out asleep. This was probably about midnight, right by the fireplace in my living room. Now my house is not big at all, and my the kids were like holding in laughter because I guess they were messing with this kid who was like snoring and knocked out. And so he ended up like they were messing with him and he had this snoring pattern and either Damien or one of the kids did something to him and it kind of like broke his snoring pattern, and his snoring pattern like shifted to a different pattern, and they all just were like laughing and trying to hold it in, which I thought was so cute because when you try to hold in your laughter, as you know, it's like really hard to not laugh more.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking to myself, like, oh, like I miss those days of
Yeah,
just like
those are fun
straight
days.
up laughing with your friends.
Now, how
So,
many of them were recording that in video?
I don't think they were any of them were.
That's surprising.
Yeah, if they were, I didn't catch it, but you could just even hear them in my room just trying so hard to hold their laughter in. It was so cute. Huh. So I didn't get to go on a walk this morning because I was really tired.
Oh, that's right. So I guess there was not an opportunity to invite one of them to this call today.
No, no. And then uh one the teacher called me up and asked me if I could get something from his hotel room.
What? Why couldn't he just drive it over?
Because it was his laptop and you could hear the desperation in his voice. And I live very close to the motel. And so I said, yeah, yeah, I'll take it. So I ended up taking one of the kids with me. And it was hilarious because Damien was like, oh, we're all going to go to the sports complex and blah, blah, blah. So I've noticed that he takes about 5 kids in his car. And I'm like, dude, that's not safe. And he's like, I got it, mom, I got it. And then one of them ends up like sitting on somebody's lap. And so I forced one of them to come with me. And Damien was just very resistant to that. I said, hey, okay, so if one of you can come with me, Damien looks at me, he's like, no. And I'm one of you needs to come with me because I'm not getting out of the car, dude. You can take the laptop. Whoever comes with me can take the laptop to their teacher. I'll go over there, show my ID, actually get it from the room, but one of you has to take it. So anyway, it just made me laugh because even to this day, Damien, I feel like he's just embarrassed of me.
He's
All
not.
I could think of
He's
was like embarrassment.
no, no, no. If he was embarrassed, he would not have 11 or 12 of his friends over at your place. Don't worry about that. But of course, he cannot ever admit it, so he has to act like he's embarrassed, but he's not. He's proud of you. Really, really. He would not introduce you to his friends if he was embarrassed of you.
Oh God. Kids, I swear.
Yeah, I wish I still was.
Me
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So carefree, right?
God, you had no idea what was going on in the world, and all you cared about was, can I afford that 25-cent comic book? You know, that's all I could care
Not
about.
25 cents anymore.
I know. And 25 cents was the one of the thick ones. The standard ones were only 10 cents.
I remember when thrifty ice cream was only 10 cents a scoop.
The very first movie theater I think I ever went to, I saw the Pinocchio movie, and a ticket cost me 75 cents.
Dang.
This is probably late 60s, early 70s.
I remember when we had Dollar Tuesdays. That was fun.
Yeah, those are the theaters that had the reruns of old movies, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
or you could just like if to entice more people to visit, the movies, they had like Dollar Tuesdays.
Hmm. Yeah, it's been a long time since I recall any of that.
But
So
now it's
here's the trivia.
$5.
Oh, five is still way better than the standard current ticket
Yeah, I
price.
know. I know.
Okay, so let me ask you, what is your TikTok ID?
Kayla A007.
Kayla A007. Let me see if I can
Yeah,
find you. Kayla
yeah.
A. Okay, so I'm gonna follow you. So now you should be able to see me.
You
Oh
found me?
wait, no, that's not you. That's Kayla A00734.
No.
Kayla A. Wait.
Oh, wait, hold up. Let me see. Where
This is
is my
Kayla A_007. I found that one. That does not look like you. Kayla .A007 with a Kayla spelled as an E. That's not you. And
Oh,
there's a
KLAA.007.
KLAA
Yeah.
without the first A.
KLAA.007.
All right, so I'm going to delete the AYKYL. Geez, KLAA 007. All right, let me look for this. That looks like you. 10 followers, 0 likes.
No, that's not me.
Are you?
KLAA.007.
Oh, .007. Okay, here we go.
Yes.
.007. Okay, I got it. Let me look for that one. KLA dot 358 followers, 6251 likes. Okay, that looks like you. All right,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, that looks like Rocky. And that looks like Eclipse. Okay, that must be you. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Okay. Mom, what were you like in the 90s? That's
Yeah,
the
do you see
first one,
that?
right? Yes, I
Yeah.
see that one. Yeah.
People are asking
Oh,
me if I was
and
like in a
there's you in your cheerleader outfit. Okay, I got it. All right. Okay, I think I did find you. All right.
Yeah, that's me. Dang, this is a lot of I didn't realize that my latest TikTok got a lot of views. Somebody asked if I was on a
Uh,
TV show because they're doing that TV show.
so how do you tell how many views? You got 85 likes on that one. How do you tell how many views?
If you actually go into like the profile, it should be in the like it'll show like a grid of your videos, and
Oh,
then
so
on
I
the
actually don't see it on my own, in other words.
yeah.
Okay, all right. Oh, that's cool. So I'm assuming it's a lot like Twitter, or is it very different?
A lot like what?
Twitter or X.
I don't have a Twitter account, or I do, and I just don't use it.
Hmm.
Shh, stop it.
Okay. All right. So your second video is the one without makeup and just lipstick. So I see that
Yeah.
one.
See, that's the TikTok one or the Botox one. You see,
Oh, okay.
that's what I look like now.
Okay.
That's what my
All right.
face looks like now.
Okay. All right. All right. I will never do such a close up for myself.
Shh, be quiet.
Yeah, that's even more compelling reason for me to use an anonymous mask. All right, you tell me what's give me like 3 to 5 possible starter topics for me to think about posting.
Let's see. What has been really unique that we've talked about? Um, well, you can just go for it and talk about Donald Trump. You'll get all kinds of people responding to you. You'll probably get a lot of haters, like all the MAGA people, which will be awesome because you can out talk them. You're very articulate, so I think that's a good topic. Just be really careful about some of the things that you use because, like, if you say rape, then there you might like get your video taken about down. So they usually say grape, GRAPE.
I have seen that.
If you use transcripts, there are, things that they take down too. Like killed too. And if you're using transcripts, it's K and then they do the asterisk LLED.
Yeah.
So there's just
Mhm.
a lot of sensitive words that you might want to use.
Mhm.
And be intentional. Those are the only things, but for me, I would have at it. You can stitch people too. Like if there's somebody that you admire, when you get a little bit more familiar with it, they have like a stitch thing, to where you can like kind of do 10 seconds of what they're talking about and then like talk about your own stuff. Like I wish I
Okay.
was there or Max was there because Max would show you that he showed me how to use certain things. But I would play
Mhm.
around with it. Just be careful of the audio because sometimes like if you record something and you put like the audio is automatic, it'll choose like a goofy song for you. So I made that mistake. I said something really serious and it chose like this really bad goofy song. And then I noticed that like I got a couple of people unfollowing me. So I don't know
Does
if
it
it was from
automatically add
attacking.
music, or do you have to ask
Yes,
for it to ask?
it will
Oh, okay.
automatically add music. So just be careful of that. But the edit feature you might actually like if you're kind of geeky because
Mhm.
you'll find that it's really easy to edit.
Okay.
Um, the only thing that I have problems with is like if I have a really short clip, like if it's like a second or even less than a second, then my fat fingers get really frustrated with the clip and I ended up not, you know, um, being able to edit it correctly. And I get really frustrated. Hi, baby girl.
Okay.
Or you could just like spiral if you want and listen to all of the political topics that a lot of people have talked about. There's a lot. There's a lot of political topics. And to me, I think that's good to have a wide variety of, opinions. You'll find like there's a lot of young people too who are very articulate as well.
Good.
If I were you, I would stitch their comment and then that way you'll get their attention. And then maybe you guys can actually have like a live together or something. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I'll probably familiarize for at least a week before I start posting anything.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
And then you
Oh,
can send me. I'll get onto. I know you've sent me some TikToks before that I don't
yeah,
think I've
I
really
yeah.
clicked on,
I
so I
did
might
you
do that.
did you just add me as a friend?
I did.
Okay, good. So let me add you back or follow you back.
Or I should have DM'd you first, right?
Or no, just
By
if you
protocol.
start following me, then I don't see it, but TikTok has been lagging. It'll show me later.
Did I not?
But
Okay, I unclicked and clicked it again.
oh, that's weird.
You see it, or you don't see it,
Um,
or as I followed you. Is that different than friending you? Is there a difference?
no, there's no difference. And then if I follow you back, then we can be friends.
Okay, so I'm not seeing any indicator.
That's weird.
So if you search for collaborologist, do you find me? No?
Collaborologist.
Yeah,
Okay.
collaborologist. And I did not make it a private account, so it's a public account, so you should probably be able to find me.
Follow. You got one follower.
Oh, you did find me. Okay, good. So let me
Yeah.
view profile. It still says 0 followers.
Yeah, it's lagging.
Oh, there it is. I had to
Okay.
refresh my page. And now it says 1 follower. Okay.
So
Well,
if go into there and then follow me back.
okay, follow back.
And then we'll become friends. So you didn't
See,
follow me.
that's strange. I hit the follow button twice.
They're all, don't follow her, pervert.
Okay. It's a male. It's an old male. I'm not going to allow this. Yeah. He's just a
Oh.
stalker, especially since he's a new account.
Bot.
That's right. Okay, so do you see me yet? I did hit follow back or
It's,
follow.
I think my internet might be slow or something because it's just not letting me.
Can you refresh your page?
Yes, but it's just
It's
I'm
not
not.
doing it?
Yeah, I am not winning
Oh,
today.
interesting. So now that I'm following you, look at the next recommendation that popped up. It says Olivia Rodrigo. Do you want to follow Olivia Rodrigo? Uh,
You can follow Max.
where is Max? It did not pop up Max.
You'll see. There's a bunch of
Okay.
little, I don't know, I always get a bunch of random little kids.
Little kids are stalking you?
No, like, but suggestion because I follow Max. Oh, and then his dance group started following me.
Well, that makes sense, though. That makes sense.
So no, I mean like individuals from his dance group, they started following me. And
I
they're
know,
all
I know.
little teeny boppers. It's so
Yeah,
cute.
I'm about to swear again. Now I look at my profile, I look at followers, I see you, and now the red follow back button is still lit up. So if I click it again, it says following, but that's what it did
Mm,
last time. That's what it did like 2 minutes ago.
Big brother listening. They don't want you to win.
And if I click on your profile, there's a big follow back button yet again. Ay, 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 ay.
It's all right. It'll happen.
I'm annoyed at this platform at the moment. Okay, I will push down my emotions. Okay, and
You push down those emotions.
I will sublimate that irritation. Yeah, I'm not following anybody else. Nobody's following me. This is brand new. I just created it yesterday. Oh, there's Max. Okay, let's
Oh,
see.
you found him?
Well, no, I found one of your posts of Max, but he's not linked. He's not mentioned, so I can't actually click on him. Let's see if is he one of the people? Oh, your following list is private, so I cannot see it.
Oh,
Your
well, if you follow it,
followers, it doesn't give me a way to search your followers.
really?
Oh, there's Max. Is it
Yep.
MXZVTADXNCE?
Yep.
Okay, now he's gonna figure out that there's some old stalker guy following him.
He won't care. He'll be like, "Oh, yay, more people are following me."
Okay, all right, all right. Oh, there's Bruno the all-white husky.
Oh yeah. So you got a lot of teeny boppers and husky owners as suggestions.
I gotta find a good golden retriever account to follow.
There you go.
Yeah,
There's one where they have a golden retriever and two huskies.
that'd be fun.
Yeah, the two huskies are usually like really loud, so they put like headphones over the golden retriever every time they're howling.
Okay, so I think this default behavior of TikTok is I can click the follow back button, but it's always lit up for some reason.
Oh, just give yourself some time.
I don't know why it would take time. Oh, maybe because I'm a brand new account. Maybe they limit what new people can do. And maybe you have to confirm it before it shows up as a real following.
Yeah. Maybe they send something to your email and you just haven't clicked it.
Oh, that could be. That could be. That definitely could be. All right. Anyway, so let's see what else is going on today. Where's my
Mm,
list? Where is my list? What's on your list?
well, I have to finish this letter that I'm drafting for somebody. What's really
Mhm.
difficult is this person's voice is so okay, I'll back up. For extra money, I'm drafting appeal letters for this organization. It's a nonprofit organization and they do hosteling. So I guess they're associated with like the hosteling world because they've been around as long as supposedly as long as the American Red Cross. And they provide these opportunities for kids who don't have any money, like kids meaning 18 and 25, um, provide them opportunities to stay at a hostel for free and possibly have these experiences for free. So what makes them different is their hostels are supposedly very safe. They are almost kind of like a hotel, from what I understand, and their experiences are more cultural experience. They have experiences that are traditional to like traditional tourist experiences, like horseback riding or taking a tour of the city, whatever the city they're in. But they
Mhm.
also have experiences like cultural immersion or a dialogue. And so right now I'm working on this appeal. It's called the IOU Respect, and it's they take six individuals from partner countries. So there's like somebody I think from France, Germany, here in the United States. There's somebody from Spain, different countries that they're partnered with, and they intentionally meet in one place and have 7 4-hour discussions on various topics, and they're facilitated and they're asked to consider different lifestyles and different viewpoints. So I think that that is a beautiful experience, and it's all paid for by the donors. So the person who's signing it has been interviewed, and I have to kind of match that person's intellect with their words and write an appeal. And so
Mhm.
I find these like very challenging in a good way. Um, but this particular guy, he has what's challenging is his voice is similar to mine. Um, and I don't want to be in that headspace. Like I have to visualize this person. I have to consider how he talks. And again, it's very similar to myself. And he's Asian, which makes it even worse. Because now I'm like thinking in my own head, and so I've been having a hard time with that, and then also making it appeal friendly because I understand like you're supposed to kind of make it personal, but not, if I'm making any sense at all. It's like you're blasting a personal letter to like thousands of people, and you want to make it just personal enough to where it gets them, but also ambiguous enough to where it can reach more people. So that's what I'm working on today.
Is it one of these 14-page things that goes on and on and on and on? I get a
What?
lot of those.
The what?
Is it a super long email? Because I get these cold emails that are just super long, and I was just wondering whether it was a lot of work to create that much content.
Um, right now I think I'm only at 2 pages. And the email list is intentional. I mean, they're not emailing just to like anybody. They're emailing to supporters or people who have once taken their programs or people who have stayed at their hostels.
Okay, so it's an opt-in other words.
Yeah,
Okay.
totally. Totally. And we're trying not to use AI too because AI isn't as like it's not there yet, and hopefully it never will be, with like um matching somebody's voice in their writing. It's not there. Those are the nuances of writing that AI, I'm realizing, cannot encapsulate.
It claims to in a little fashion. I've seen that attempted, but I agree with you. Like no AI has ever captured my style of writing or my voice, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion.
Me too. I would agree.
Because I don't know if you notice, but I intentionally don't use absolutely correct grammar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to look like a textbook.
Me too. I curse and I laugh and
Hmm.
you know.
And I use abbreviations and I make up words.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then again, like that's a part of writing that is difficult for me, is because I'm trying to have to like you want to make it general, but not. And I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's some creativity you got to exercise there.
Yeah. So I've been reading a lot. Um, what I really want to do is I want to start writing more. Like, and I'm not talking about appeals or grants or anything like that. I want to write more creatively. And I know I can. The thing is when I get going, when my creative juices flow, I like them to free flow to where there's no time limit. Um, and unfortunately, when I start into a flow, it takes up a lot of my time. So I just have to get over that and just give myself time to free flow. It's just what's in my head is in my head, and it's really hard to duplicate what's in my head later on. Like I'll have an idea, it'll spark, it'll be beautiful.
Mhm.
But if I push it aside for later, I feel like it just doesn't come back.
When you have moments like that, do you write notes to yourself or do you actually, start an outline or do you just write down one or two words to remind yourself or do you draw a picture? How do you log that if you're not going to act on it immediately and you want to save it for later?
Good question. If I really want to save it for later, I'll jot it down. If I have like a complete picture in my head of what exactly I want to do, I will jot it down. If the picture is fragmented, then maybe I'll jot down some words. It just kind of depends.
For my entire life, I've been trying to figure that out for myself. I've tried lots of things and I'm getting better and better, but I'm still really not happy with what I do.
Ah.
I'm finding right now I'm using 3x5 index cards a lot because I can carry them wherever I go. And often I have thoughts when I'm driving or, eating. In fact, one of the places where I can really not take notes well is when I'm taking a shower because that's where a lot of ideas come. But
Yeah,
then
yeah,
I can't really write it down if I'm not prepared.
yeah.
You ever find that? Two places,
Yep,
either showering or when you're
yep,
pooping.
yeah. Oh boy.
No, I'm just being honest. Those are when ideas
Totally.
pop up. I used to try when I was driving and I had ideas. I used to try recording them in audio form, but then it's a little bit hard to retrieve.
Yeah,
I could never find that audio file when I need it.
right.
I know it's on my phone, but what day was it? And you can't really name it while you're driving. Well, anyway, random thought. So I was just curious how you manage your ideas and retain, the ones that you think are worth following up on.
Um, yeah, it's hard for me. I do, I just, I have notebooks that I keep. Now I have two notebooks, one for work and then one for personal use.
Hmm.
And I'm realizing that the notebooks well, both of them are starting to get intertwined.
Hmm. Okay, random question. Do you have any events scheduled with Melissa this week?
No,
What about with any of the people that asked you to speak up in the staff meeting?
no.
Too bad.
I know, I know. There's this poor dog that has been barking all day yesterday, and he is now barking all day today or this morning.
Yeah.
So clearly, somebody has left this poor dog alone and it's in distress. Why do people do that to their pets?
They haven't learned,
I guess so.
or they don't have any other options, in which case they really shouldn't adopt a pet.
Hmm.
So, when is the competition over today?
At like 5:30,
And do you have to go and pick them up, or do they have enough vehicles to drive themselves back to your place?
they have enough vehicles.
Okay, so then they're just gonna like, chill, unwind, and then all go home.
Yep.
Okay. And then you and Max will have to clean up.
They've actually been really good.
Teach them the Japanese method. You know what the Japanese students do?
They leave better than when they found it.
Yeah, it turns out in Japanese schools, there's no such
Hmm.
thing as a janitor because
Yeah,
all the cleanup is done by the students.
yeah. No, they've been really cool about cleaning up.
That's good.
I hear the dishes, like, there was a couple of dishes in my sink, but not an overwhelming amount.
Mhm.
They even have recycled. They play with
Sounds
my
like,
dogs. It's so cute.
yeah, sounds like these kids were brought up well.
Yeah, yeah,
That's good to hear.
yeah. And then the only girl who has been here, she's my son gave her his room, and then he slept out here with all the guys.
Hmm.
I think it's more
Yeah,
fun for him, anyways. For me, if I was this girl, I would be really happy to have my own room.
yeah, yeah. I was going to ask
Yeah.
about that because that's, quite a courageous thing to do as a girl, to be in the middle of 12 guys and feel safe.
Well, apparently but they are. They're safe enough. Um, they seem like a really good group of like kids.
I am really happy to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
I don't hear this often enough.
It was so cute too because the shower handle broke. I think I told you that yesterday. My shower handle broke.
Hmm.
Um and And when they came back, they're kind of discussing the shower handle because they didn't want to come in my room and bug me because the second bathroom is in my room. And I
Hmm.
was like, yeah, no worries. I mean, my room is really straightforward. I don't have any questions about my shower handle, but Damien's room is a different story. And so I said I didn't have a chance to like, put my shower handle together because I hadn't YouTubed it or anything. And then Damien's like, we're all a bunch of engineers. Like you should have just bought the shower handle and just figure it out.
That's right. I was gonna. That was anyway.
I know. I was like, oh, you're right. So yeah.
So is it all put back together again?
Nah, because I didn't buy the parts. Something broke because they were even talking about that. They're all you have to do is do this. And I said, no, something broke inside. Like you can hear it jingling, when something's stuck inside.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's rattling
Yeah.
around, and you really
Yeah.
don't want to just leave it in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to call a plumber.
I hope not. I'm hoping to YouTube it.
Oh, okay. Well, just have the kids YouTube it before they all go home.
Yeah, right.
Tell Damien to get, a handle at the hardware store, and if you don't need it, then you can return it,
Mm-hmm.
and then give them a project to do before they all go back.
Right.
And you don't have to make it mandatory. Say, hey, you guys are a bunch of MEs. You're all smart kids. See if you can figure this out.
Right.
Then if they leave without it being fixed, they'll all feel a little bit guilty. Can you tell I'm Asian?
Yeah, exactly.
Learn from the best. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. Well, I think if we have nothing really to discuss, we call it an
Yeah,
early session.
yeah, not an issue. I was going to take any suggestions you want to send me and think about either creating something or just finding a little snippet of one of the past videos and seeing if it might actually be repurposable.
Oh.
So I don't know. I might spend a little bit of time doing that. I also might be making further progress on some of these classes I'm taking.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Kayla. Thank you for
Okay.
engaging. Thank you for prompting me and encouraging me to do a TikTok thing. We'll see how it goes.
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay. Say hi to the kids.
Will do.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye for now.